inside that I can't ignore. Oh, I feel it tonight.
Starting off with Monday, I forgot to film my breakfast, but let's just imagine I had 2 pieces of bread, one with avocado and the other with peanut butter and banana. They were stale pieces of bread, not toast, but that's what I had. And then for lunch, my mom and I went to the Grit, which is at the University of Georgia, and I just got this delicious tofu veggie wrap, as well as I had half of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I had half the burrito and half of a sandwich. And then I went to my favorite coffee shop in Athens, 1,000 Faces, and got a drip coffee with a splash of oat milk in it, and it was super duper good. And then I know these are the same video clips, but for dinner I just had the other half of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich on Dave's Killer Bread, and it's peanut butter and strawberry jam. And then I also had my mom's side salad from the Grit that she got at lunch, which just had some mixed veggies and balsamic dressing. And then I had the other half of my burrito. It wasn't as good cold, but you gotta do what you gotta do in the car. And then for dessert, I had an entire slice of this vegan Death by Chocolate cake, which is literally so freaking good. For Tuesday, I had overnight oatmeal. So the night before, I put an instant oatmeal pack from Trader Joe's and a vanilla protein powder pack into a mason jar, mixed that up with water, and then the next morning I had some delicious sludge of oatmeal, and I topped it with a super ripe banana as well as peanut butter. And then that was definitely not enough food, and I wanted some caffeination because we were about to be driving for literally 10 hours in the car. So I just filled a paper cup up with ice, and then had one of these Rise oat milk mochas, which was super tasty. They taste like chocolate milk. And then my mom and I were both hungry in the car before lunch, so I just had one vanilla bean Belvita cookie cracker thing. I love Belvitas. And then at lunch I tried this out, and it's a quinoa ready to go meal kind of dealio, and mine was mango and roasted red pepper, and you just mix the two things in, but it was only mediocre. So I put that on top of a Taco Bell taco salad that I veganized, and this was actually such a good on the road trip meal. And then I always like to have something sweet after my meal, so I just had a rice cake with blackberry jam on top. I don't like blackberry jam, but gotta do what you gotta do. Then, after driving for 10 hours, when we got back home, I made my most favorite meal ever, chocolate protein pancakes, and I just topped it off with peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter powder, and banana. And then to finish off the night for dessert, I just had a mini Go Macro bar in the oatmeal chocolate chip flavor, which is my absolute favorite. To start off my morning on Wednesday, I made a coffee drink. I love making coffee, so I just used the Stoke Cold Brew, which is just plain black coffee, and then I used Almond Breeze unsweetened chocolate almond milk. And then we had some spring mix greens that were going to go bad, so I stuffed those into my blender as well. And I also added some salted caramel protein powder, and I'm telling you, the combination of coffee, chocolate, and salted caramel is amazing. So I had that coffee, and then I also tried one of these Ona cookie sort of things. They're kind of like a shortbread cookie with, I feel like it's like almond flour and coconut, but the flavor that I had was cinnamon raisin, and these were super good, and I highly recommend them. And then that was definitely not enough for breakfast for me, so I had 2 rice cakes with strawberry jam and peanut butter on top as well. Then for lunch, I had a massive Japanese sweet potato that I just cut up into smaller pieces, topped with banana coins and Crazy Richard's creamy peanut butter, and this is literally like the plate of my dreams. It was so tasty. And then afterwards, I was still a little bit peckish, so I had a mini Honey Crisp apple. then a little bit before I was about to go on a run, I wanted some more energy while I did homework. So I had some more of the Stoke cold brew coffee. And then I tried out this Milkademia fudge creamer, which is literally like the thickest, creamiest, like hot chocolate mocha-y vibe. Like it turns any coffee into a mocha. It's so good. I highly recommend. And then for dinner this night, I had a side salad that had roasted vegetables on top, and then I also had a soup. I was going to have this mixed vegetable soup, but it tasted like crap. So I went back and I had Amy's alphabet soup that my roomie's mom gave to me like months back, and it was actually super tasty. And I just was dunking a piece of Dave's Killer bread into it, kind of like a cracker. And then for dessert, I had peanut butter puffins with the unsweetened chocolate almond milk. I thought this combo was going to be even better. Like peanut butter and chocolate is my literal favorite duo, but it was only okay. And then I also had a piece of toast with peanut butter and honey because I still wanted more food. To start off my morning on Thursday, I made chocolate protein overnight oats, which are like my absolute favorite, and I would eat them every morning in high school. It's just oats, chocolate protein powder, and milk, and then I leave that overnight, and I just topped it with peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter powder, and banana. And I love how thick the consistency is, which is why I like overnight oats. Then a little bit afterwards, I wanted something more, so I decided to go with coffee. This is the same combo that I showed you earlier in the video. It's just the chocolate almond milk, salted caramel protein, coffee, and then I think I added a splash of Milkademia fudge creamer to add a more chocolatey vibe to it. Then for lunch, I had a side salad that just had a bed of spinach and some microgreens, and then I have marinara, Brussels sprouts, chickpeas, carrots, whatever the heck was left in our fridge. I was just trying to clean out leftovers. And then afterwards, or like I guess as the other half of my lunch, I had toast. So half of it was topped with peanut butter, banana, and honey, and then the other half was topped with Siggi's non-dairy yogurt, banana, and cinnamon. And then I wanted a little bit of a snack before dinner because we were eating later, so I just had a rice cake with peanut butter and strawberry jam. Guess you couldn't guess that combo. And then for dinner, I tried something that I've never made before. I'm trying to try new recipes during this super boring time of social distancing. So I made vegan shakshuka, which I have the recipe on my food Instagram that I will link down below. And then I also had fruit and steamed cauliflower and broccoli with nutritional yeast on top, which is so good. Finally, on Friday, I was just showing you that I take 2 different types of vitamins every morning. I take a biotin for my hair, skin, and nails, and then I also take a multivitamin that has everything you need in a day. And I take it on a spoonful of applesauce because my multivitamin is literally so big and I am not good at taking pills. But for breakfast, I just had chocolate protein overnight oats. Once again, I forgot to mention that I also add shredded zucchini into it while I'm home just to make it fluffier and add some veggies into my breakfast. And then I just topped it with peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter powder, and banana because how else would I top anything? For lunch this day, my mom and I decided to get takeout from one of my favorite vegan restaurants in Milwaukee, which is Urban Beets Juicery and Cafe. So I just got a peanut butter acai bowl, and then we also got nachos to share, which were super duper good. It was just chips, guacamole, and then it was queso with walnut, chorizo, corn, and black beans. And then I also had an almond milk latte with toffee syrup. For dinner this night, my mom and I made some homemade chili that has tomato, pepper, onion, black beans, corn, etc. and I just put that on a bed of spinach. And then I also had a ton of Banza wagon wheel pasta with the leftover queso to make a vegan mac and cheese, which was super duper tasty. I highly recommend. And then for dessert, I tried out this sea salt caramel halo top, which I did not like at all. It didn't have a strong flavor, and it was not good. Don't recommend at all. So then, since that wasn't satisfying, I went back and I had a stuffed date. So I just sliced one date in half, put peanut butter in it, and then I used 2 Enjoy Life Foods dark chocolate chunks in the middle, and it was super good. And that is everything that I ate this week. I hope you enjoyed.